It's been so long since I filmed anything. It's currently the 18th of August 2025. I haven't been vlogging for several years. University was just too much. I just couldn't keep up with vlogging at the same time. However, I'm done with university now. I graduated. Yay! I got a first, which is fantastic. And now I'm just unemployed, which is less fantastic. So, I have a whole load of projects and stuff, and I think these vlogs are gonna... I'm not really sure what I'm doing with them. I'm gonna kind of try it out over the next few months. It'll be a sort of trial and error process, so if you have any feedback on them, let me know. But I think I'm gonna go more into like studio vlogs rather than weekly vlogs, and they'll be monthly. But I will also be posting like more regular updates on Instagram, so... I don't know, that's kind of the plan so far, but we'll see how it evolves and how it works out. But yeah, for the time being, and I mean it's halfway through August already, but I couldn't get my stuff together in time, so here we are. But yeah, I'm currently, well, I have lots of creative projects ongoing and stuff I want to work on. However, my big problem right now is that my house is a mess. I am still in this house for another 7 months, I think. My lease ends in April next year, so I've got some time still that I'll be here. No idea what I'm doing next at all. But the more stuff that I can kind of tidy up and clear out now, the less I'll have to do later. And also I just can't get to anything right now because I was just too busy during university to really do anything, so I just ended up dumping stuff in a pile, and that pile has grown bigger and bigger over the last 3 years. So I need to do something about it. So my current task is clean up my bookshelves. So as you can see a little bit behind me, I've got just stacks of books, and there's more, like I've got just stacks of books everywhere because I keep buying them, but I don't have anywhere to put them. So I'm gonna clear out pretty much the 2 bottom shelves of every bookshelf are empty. Well, at least not full of books, they're full of trash. So I'm gonna go through said trash and get rid of most of it and tidy up the few bits I want to keep, and then I can reorganize the bookshelves. I don't know if I'll get to the reorganizing today, but I'm gonna at least start clearing out. I also need to clear out a couple of chests of drawers, and also clear out some clothes and stuff, but I'm starting with the bookshelves because then I can get rid of all the piles of books, and I can also move some, if I have space left over, I can move some other stuff onto the leftover shelves, but properly organized, and that will then leave me space elsewhere to tidy up other things. So that's why we're starting with the shelves. It's also the most visible thing, so I feel like tidying that up first will make me feel better. This is the donate pile, which is huge. I've got a few things that are just way too old to be salvaged that are going in the bin, and then a small pile of stuff to keep. But all of this, this is all of my photography work from GCSE and college. There's a lot of it, as you can see, and I don't need this anymore. I have digital copies. Except in order to recycle all the paper, I'm going to have to take each piece of paper out of each individual plastic wallet. And then I can donate the file folders, the ones that I haven't decorated at least, to the charity shop. But yeah, I'm going to take every single piece of paper out, which is not going to be fun. This is the final stack of paper I have just emptied from all of those folders. So yeah, all that needs to be recycled. got another pile of rubbish down here, which is either stuff that is, you know, I've used it too much to be donated or it's too dirty and old to be donated. And then this is the donate pile down here. And these are the few things that I'm keeping. Done tidying for today. I have managed to clean up all of, well, I've got 2 free shelves over there. I've got 1 free shelf down here, possibly 2. I just need to put some stuff away. I managed to fit all my notebooks on 1 shelf, which I never thought I'd be able to do. And then I've just got a shelf that's still filled with crap for now, but that's because I don't have anywhere else to put it. I don't want to just leave it on the floor for now, but I may move that depending on whether I make space somewhere else to put it. But yeah, for now, I have at least 4 free bookshelves, so now I just need to you know, sort out all these piles of books. I don't know if you heard that, but that was Bramble. Hello! He's hungry. I do have one more thing I'd like to do today, and that is finish off some jewellery pin board things I was making. I'll just show you. So I made these are just pin boards basically. I painted the wood just using some acrylic paint right here. I just mixed it with water so that it wasn't completely solid and you could still see the wood grain. And then I spray glued just a sheet of fabric to it. So yeah, I want to finish those off. I'm going to put this trim around the edge and I'm just going to hot glue it on. So I need to do that, but then that is going to be it for today. I have some exciting plans tomorrow. I'm going to like a talk about folklore in the evening, which is unusual for me. I don't really go out in the evening. I'm very much a morning person, so I'm usually in bed by like 8. But it's 7 till 9:30, so it's going to be a late night for me. But it should be a really interesting talk, so, you know, I probably won't do much else tomorrow, so that I have energy for that in the evening. But yeah, I'm excited for that, and for now I'm just going to get on with these pin boards and feed Bramble.
Instead, I'm going to talk about the history of adaptation and retelling in feminist thinking and writing. Because if this talk is about feminist folklore and how people are using folklore for feminist aims, then it's important to situate that in the long tradition of feminists using well-known stories and cultural touchstones to tell their stories, challenge long-held beliefs and discriminatory beliefs, and to propose utopian alternatives.
is technically now September the 1st. However, for the sake of the video, we're going to pretend that it's yesterday. So pretend that it's the 31st of August, because I was meant to do this yesterday, but I did not. So let's just pretend, okay? So it's been a while since I've talked to the camera, but I have done a lot of work on clearing out. I have finished off the bookshelves, which was a huge task, but it's done now, although very, very annoyingly. I have a Percy Jackson shelf and I have 2 books that I could not fit on the shelf. I reworked it in so many different ways and I could not get them to fit no matter what I tried. So yeah, I've just got 2 sort of stray books on a different shelf now, which is very upsetting. But I can't spread them out over 2 shelves because there aren't enough for that. And the only way to put, like, I could put them on the smaller shelves, but then that would mean rearranging like the entire thing again. So I think I've just got to live with it. But aside from that, I do actually have 3 shelves to spare, which is fantastic because now I can use them for storage of other things. And I also cleared out the chest of drawers in the library, which is great. However, the next thing I need to do in the library is switch the chest of drawers and the clothing rail the other way around. Because previously the chest of drawers was just full of junk. But it's now not full of junk. And when it was full of junk, it didn't really matter that I couldn't get to it because it was just full of junk and I didn't need to get to it. However, I'm going to fill it with my sewing supplies and stuff now, so I will need to be able to get to it, so I need to switch them around. But in order to do that, I've got to move all the crap that's off the floor, and that's a much larger job, so we're going to leave that for the time being. It is also way too hot, by the way. I suppose I'll let them off. I'll let it off today because, you know, we're pretending that it's still August, but by tomorrow it better start acting like autumn, okay? Because I am so done with summer. But the reason we are sitting here is that this is my new desk that I put together, which is working very well. I get to write here in the morning and it's great. It's really great for doing my makeup and stuff as well. But I need to set stuff up because as you can see this wall is very blank and there's also a blank wall here. So I have a whole lot of things that I need to hang, including I've got this little, it's actually a shower caddy technically, but I've got one over my bedside table as well so I can put all my skincare products in there, so that's going here. I then have these, they're actually just pin boards, but I decorated them as you saw earlier in the video. I've got 2 of these, so I'm going to be hanging these on the wall as well. I'm not sure exactly what orientation I'm going to hang them. I think probably portrait, because I'm going to be hanging a lot of necklaces on these, so I feel like it makes sense for them to hang vertically, but I'm not sure. So yeah, they're going on this wall. And then finally I have a whole load of art, which I actually bought. I went to, it's called the Night Fair here in Norwich. I mean, it's not just in Norwich, it's in a couple of places around the country, I think. But yeah, it's basically a whole load of like gothic and, you know, alternative art. And I bought a whole load of cool stuff, and so I want to hang it up. So I'll show you what I've got. But we won't be able to do all of this now because I need to get frames for a lot of this. So yeah, I'll have to measure these and I am going out today. So I will hopefully be able to find some frames in a charity shop. But yeah, so I've got 3 prints. I've got this one, which is a drawing of a moth. Yes, a moth. I will leave all of the artist links down below, by the way. So yeah, a beautiful moth. We have this sort of harpy creature, I suppose. You can see the camera in the reflection. I haven't taken them out the cellophane yet so they don't get damaged. And we have this beautiful illustration. This one already comes with a kind of frame, so I might be able to just hang this one straight on the wall, but hopefully frame shouldn't be difficult to find for the other 2 because they're just A4, so it should be pretty easy. Pretty easy. So those are the 3 prints, but then I've got some even cooler things. Starting with this, I need to take, there's some sticky stuff where the price sticker was, but yeah. How cool is this? These are rabbit skulls, which have been painted gold. They're real rabbit skulls. And I mean, just how freaking cool is this? I don't know if you can see too well because of the reflection, but like, how cool are they? I love it so much. I don't know if I'll be able to hang this on the wall because it doesn't have, you know, like wide backings on the frame, but it does have this, so I might just end up putting this sort of on the desk instead, but we'll see. And then finally, we also have these butterflies, which are also extremely cool. Again, real butterflies. So yeah, and this one's got a little bit of a thicker backing, so I might be able to put this one on the wall. So I'm going to get some of this stuff hung up. I'm going to then head out and buy some frames, and then we'll come back, we'll finish it off, and we'll talk about how the month has gone and what we're going to be doing next month. couple of frames. I had to go to Sauster and Green in the end because I went to 5 charity shops and none of them had frames. I mean, 3 of them literally didn't have any frames at all. And 2 of them had a handful of frames, but they were all either huge or really tiny. So, I don't know, like, is August, September, like, a really hot time to buy frames or something? I don't know. But anyway, I got 2 frames and they were a decent price, and honestly cheaper than some of the ones at the charity shop, which is atrocious, really. But anyway, I got frames, so I'm going to frame these and continue putting everything up. I've finished pretty much anyway. You can see there's still a couple of blank spots, and that's because I have to wait for the hooks to like fully solidify or something on the wall. It's just a sticky thing, but they say to leave it for 24 hours before you put weight on them, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, other than those, it is done. I absolutely love how it turned out. I probably didn't really need 2 jewellery boards in the end, but I'm sure I'll buy more jewellery at some point, so the other one will fill up, so it's all good. So since we're pretending that today is still yesterday, and so that it's not September, let's do an August wrap up. So obviously we started this video kind of halfway through the month, so we didn't really get a full month on video, but you didn't really miss much for the previous 2 weeks that we missed, so it's not a big deal. I didn't get as much done as I wanted, which is mostly because I've been really struggling to focus. I think it's an autism thing, but I just get really focused on one thing, and I cannot move on. Like, it doesn't matter what else I need or want to do, I cannot do anything but think about that one thing. And for me, it's basically been because I've been building this sort of area in my room so that I can start building a morning routine that's really a big focus in my life. I want to build a routine because I haven't really had a routine since I was a kid, but I focus so much better and just do so much better with a routine, and I want to build that. And part of that is, you know, I get up and I write first thing in the morning, and I'm trying to get a habit tracker. However, in order to do the habit tracker, I need a notebook, and my notebook isn't going to be here till like the end of next week. Rumble's come to say hi. He's Bramble. You want to say hi? No, he wants me to put him down. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I ordered this notebook like 2.5 weeks ago at this point, and it's like, it's kind of like, I'm introducing the routine stuff slowly so that it's, you know, I have to be very mindful that, you know, I'm limited in terms of energy because of my chronic illnesses, And so I'm trying to build up this routine slowly so that it's going to be sustainable and it's going to last. And the habit tracker is the next thing that I need to add. Like, it just makes sense. I can't really move on to anything else until I've implemented it, but I literally can't start it until the notebook gets here. And yes, I do have other notebooks, but it's not the same, okay? So yeah, I mean, I've done everything I can. Like, I mean, I even tried, like, you know, like I drew out the plan for, you know, how the notebook was going to be laid out for the habit tracker. I tried just tracking the habits in a notebook that I can then transfer into the new one when it gets here. None of it helped, like, at all. I just cannot focus on anything else. And I'm also genuinely stalled with building my routine. And then I kind of hit a wall with the clearing out as well, which was sort of my other goal, because I can't do anything else until I switch the furniture around, which is a big job, and I can't even, like, I've got to do an even bigger job before I do that, which is move all the stuff out the way. So it's like I hit a wall on both of those things. And again, because of the monotropism, I just can't move on. And it's so incredibly frustrating. And it's even more so because I know it's stupid, but it doesn't change the fact that I still can't move on. But those difficulties aside, I have made some good progress with the clearing out. I mean, I did the bookshelves, which is like the big thing. And I've also started on, you know, I cleared out the drawers. I've cleared out a few of like the knickknacks just in the library in general. So yeah, and then once I've got the furniture switched around, I can get back to properly organising. And I think once I get to that point, it'll all start to come together. So yeah, I think all in all, it hasn't been the most productive month, and I am quite frustrated with all the delays, I suppose, and also like artificial delays, you know, like I could do other things physically, but mentally, it's just not happening. But hopefully I'm planning to take the next week, so the first week of September, sort of off and just chill, and then hopefully the notebook should be here by the end of the week, and I should also be able to switch the furniture around within the week. So hopefully by the end of next week I will be able to move on with my plans and continue, but for the time being is the end of the month. I think my goals for this month have, you know, fairly reasonably been ticked off. You know, I was just working on clearing out and building a routine. I haven't done as much as I would have liked, but ultimately I have still worked on it. Let me know if you have any experience with monotropism, and if you have any idea, like, what am I supposed to do when this happens? Like, because when I Google it, nothing comes up. It's like you can find the definition of monotropism, and there are some videos being like, oh, why it's a strength, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, you know, hyperfocus, it helps sometimes, but also, like, this is... It's very annoying when you genuinely can't move on from something, even when you need and want to. So if you have any advice for that, or any links, like, please put them in the comments, because I don't even know. But for the time being, it is the end of the month, and also the end of the video. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you've enjoyed. Like the video if you have, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next video.